2 decades ago, Casio gave us the F-91W, the king of budget digital watches. But let's be honest, its tiny corner LED light is, well, let's just call it functional. That's where this little guy comes in, the Casio F-105W. Think of it as the F-91W's cooler cousin. Same retro vibes, same lightweight, but now with a bright blue electroluminescent backlight that lights up the whole screen. I ordered this unit straight from Japan for just $15 shipped. And today, we're going to see if this upgrade is worth your money in 2025. We'll unbox it, check its size and comfort on wrist, test its features, put that backlight to the test, even run it underwater. And by the end, I'll tell you exactly who this watch is for and whether you should grab one for yourself. The Casio F-105W belongs to Casio's legendary collection series. Watches that outlast batteries, outlive trends, and still manage to feel cool decades later. This model first appeared in the mid-1990s as an answer to one big complaint about the F-91W. Hey Casio, love the watch, but can we actually see it in the dark? Casio answered with an upgrade that changed everything. A full EL backlight. No more squinting at one corner. The entire display lights up with the press of a button. So, when I found this one online for $15 shipped, I had to grab it. Today, I finally get to see if this upgrade is still the king of affordable digital watches.
Unboxing.
So first thing, it didn't arrive in some fancy Casio gift box. Nope, just a simple envelope-style parcel. I'll be honest, I was a little nervous opening it, hoping this watch survived its journey all the way from Japan. Let's cut this open and see what's inside. Alright, this must be the watch box. It's wrapped snugly in a layer of bubble wrap and secured with cardboard pads for protection. Let's carefully cut through and unwrap it. But before that, hey, bonus points to the seller. They tossed in a few freebies too. Always a nice surprise. Thank you, seller. Nice. Inside we find the familiar long rectangular Casio display box with its clear plastic top, letting you see the watch right away. This is pretty typical for Japanese market Casio watches. They usually ship in these see-through display cases instead of the plain cardboard boxes you often get elsewhere. Flip the clear display box over and you'll see Made in Thailand stamped on the back, along with the full model number, F-105W-1AWJH. Let's pop open the box completely. Inside, you get the usual Casio paperwork, a user manual entirely in Japanese, since this is a domestic Japan release. I won't go through or translate it right now, but it's nice that they include it. Now for the fun part, checking out the watch itself. Let's carefully peel off that protective sticker on the crystal. A bit of dust on there, which tells me this watch has probably been sitting in storage for a while before shipping. Still, it looks great, no scratches, and I'm honestly pretty happy with how it showed up.
Case size and wearability.
Let's talk numbers, because specs matter, right? Case width comes in at 35.4 millimeters, the sweet spot for a classic, no-frills digital watch. Lug-to-lug measures 39 millimeters, which means it won't overwhelm smaller wrists, but still has enough presence to look balanced. Thickness is just 9.6 millimeters, so it stays super slim and easily slides under any shirt cuff. Lug width? The classic Casio standard 18 millimeters. Strap swappers, rejoice. You can throw on a NATO, resin, or even a fancy leather strap if you're feeling adventurous. And weight? An ultralight 21 grams. Seriously? This thing is so light, you might forget you're even wearing it. For context, the legendary F-91W is just a hair smaller, but honestly, the difference is barely noticeable. Both wear almost identically on wrist. On my 6.5-inch wrist, the F-105W is a dream. Slim enough to stay out of the way, light enough to disappear, yet it has just enough wrist presence to remind you you're wearing the proper, classic Casio.
case design and build.
The case is classic Casio, a black resin rectangle with a timeless, no-nonsense shape. The crystal sits just slightly raised above the bezel, which means, yes, it will pick up scratches over time, but honestly, that just adds to the story of the watch. Every mark is a little memory. The buttons? You get 3 of them, laid out exactly like the legendary F-91W, 1 on the right, 2 on the left, and each one has that satisfying, clicky feedback that Casio does so well. There's something reassuring about that tactile click. The strap is soft resin, flexible enough to be comfortable all day, but sturdy enough that you don't worry about it breaking. It comes with a single peeper and a rugged plastic buckle, proudly stamped with Casio's name. Flip it over, and you're greeted by the stainless steel caseback, neatly engraved with everything you need to know. The Casio logo, the full model number, water resistance rating, and country of origin. This is Casio at its purest, simple, functional, and built to last. No gimmicks, no nonsense. Just a watch that quietly does its job day after day.
Dial and display.
The dial is peak 90s Casio, unapologetically retro and full of charm. You get a thin blue outer frame wrapping around the screen, and just inside that, a bolder blue box that instantly screams classic Casio. At the very top, you see Casio printed proudly in white, with alarm chrono sitting right beside it, as if to remind you this little watch still does it all. Down at the bottom, the words water resist, Casio's subtle way of saying, don't worry, I can handle life's little spills and splashes. And right above the display, there it is, that small but mighty word, illuminator, Casio's cheeky way of saying, yes, I glow, and I glow well. The LCD layout is pure Casio logic, and one of the reasons these watches are so loved. Top left, tiny icons for alarm, hourly chime, and 24-hour mode. Everything you need, right where you expect it. Center top, day of the week, so you'll never forget what day it is. Top right, the date, simple and easy. And the bottom, those classic bold digits for hours, minutes, and seconds. Big enough to read at a glance, even across the room. Everything here is clean, balanced, and ridiculously legible. The kind of practical design that even some $500 Swiss watches should take notes from. It's the essence of what makes Casio so good. Form following function, without ever trying too hard. Before I forget, let's quickly talk about the button layout, because Casio nailed the ergonomics here. On the right side, you've got a single button doing double duty. It starts and stops your stopwatch, and with a long press, it switches between 12-hour and 24-hour formats. Simple, intuitive, and exactly where your thumb expects it to be. Over on the left, up top, you get the EL backlight button. And here's a nice touch. It's framed in a subtle yellow-gold background, just like the classic F-91W, which makes it stand out visually. This same button also acts as the reset function for the stopwatch. Finally, the lower left button is your mode button, cycling you through time, alarm, stopwatch, and back again, the classic Casio way. It's a layout that's been around for decades, and for good reason. It's logical, easy to remember, and you can operate it without even looking once you've used it a couple of times.
Viewing angles.
This is where you really start to appreciate Casio's display quality. No matter how you look at it, tilt it, twist it, glance at it from across the table, those digits stay crisp, the contrast stays strong, and the time is always easy to read. It's almost like the display dares you to find a bad viewing angle. This is what makes it such a great daily driver. You never have to squint, never have to tilt your wrist just right, never have to fight to see the time. It's just there, clear and reliable, every single time you look down, which is exactly what a watch is supposed to do.
Features.
On paper, the Casio F-105W comes loaded with everything you actually need in a daily beater. One 100-second stopwatch with split time and first second place memory, perfect for timing laps, workouts, or your morning coffee brew. Daily alarm plus hourly time signal. Never miss an appointment, and enjoy that signature Casio chime every hour. Auto calendar good until 2099. Set it once, and forget it for the rest of the century. 12/24 hour format switch. Whether you're a 12-hour AM/PM person or leave life on military time, you're covered. Bright blue-green electroluminescent backlight lights up the entire display for perfect nighttime legibility. 7-year battery life on a CR2016 cell. You might swap straps more often than you'll ever change the battery. 30 meters of water resistance, rain, splashes, hand washing? No problem. Just don't take it diving. And the kicker? All of this for less than a night out at Chili's. That's not just affordable, that's true budget watch royalty.
Alarm test.
I put the alarm to the test, and it's exactly what you'd expect from a Casio in this range. Loud enough to grab your attention in a quiet room, but not so shrill that it makes you jump out of your chair. Think of it as polite but insistent, like a friend gently reminding you, hey, time's up. Perfect for daily reminders, timing your coffee breaks, or giving you that little nudge in the morning. If you're a deep sleeper though, yeah, keep your phone alarm close. This isn't going to wake the neighbors.
Backlight test.
Now here's the F-105W's real party trick. It's superpower. One press of that gold-framed button, and the entire display comes alive in a cool blue-green glow. It's bright, even, and just plain satisfying. No more squinting at a single corner like on the F91W. This lights up like a mini digital billboard on your wrist. And at night, this is where the watch punches way above its price. It genuinely feels premium, worth every extra penny just for this feature alone.
Water resistant test.
For my frugal water resistance test, I kept things nice and simple. First, I ran it under running tap water, letting it get a good rinse on all sides. Then, just to push it a bit further, I dunked it in a sink full of water and left it there for a few minutes. The result? Exactly what you'd hope for. No fogging under the crystal, no water sneaking inside, no drama at all. Just a perfectly running watch, still ticking like nothing happened. This little Casio can easily shrug off rain, splashes while washing your hands, sweaty gym sessions, and even the occasional oops drop into the sink. Just remember, this is a 30-meter water-resistant watch, not a diver's tool. So skip the swimming pool, snorkeling trips, or showers. Keep it dry for anything more than casual daily life, and it'll serve you for years.
Final thoughts.
This is everything people already love about the legendary F91W, just upgraded where it counts. It's still lightweight, still super comfortable, still cheap and dependable. But now you get a proper full-screen backlight that makes it usable anytime, anywhere, day or night. If you want a no-nonsense digital watch that just works, whether you're a student rushing to class, a worker who needs a reliable beater, a collector who loves retro charm, or simply someone who wants a watch that won't quit, this is one of the best budget watches you can buy in 2025. It's the kind of watch that disappears on your wrist until you need it, and then it just delivers every single time. And that's my full review of the Casio F-105W.
If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, it really helps the channel. Subscribe for more honest reviews of affordable watches, retro Casios, and everyday carry essentials. And if you want one for yourself, check my Amazon affiliate link below. It's a great way to support the channel while getting a killer little watch. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the simplest watches tell the richest stories.